Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, traders from across the globe. Welcome to Short-Term Trading Live with Oscar. All right, traders, we're going to get right into this. First off, the video is for Friday the 13th. Right off the bat, that's scary, right? Friday the 13th, 2008. This video is for trading the Emini S&P for Friday. Last video that I did for you was a couple of nights ago. I told you this market has dandruff. There are head and shoulders all over the place, all over the S&P cash, in the Dow Jones Transportation, in the Dow Jones Industrials. And now we're going to go take a look at what happened since we drew those head and shoulders for you. And we told you where the markets will likely go. I want to take you back into those charts now and show you what's going on so that you can make a possible projection for tomorrow like we're doing. Tomorrow we have a red Omni, baby. We're going down again. Now, I'll kid you not, it scares me to be selling again because you had to sell it every day this week. On Thursday, we had a buy signal and it went up. We made 12 points in the NASDAQ. But then when we tried to get long again, it went back down. We lost 10 points. We ended up with either 2 points or break even on the whole day. So when we thought it would just take off on Thursday, it couldn't even get out of its own way, the stock market and the S&P especially. It just turned around and flip-flopped the other way. NASDAQ was a washout. So if it went down Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, tried to go up Thursday, couldn't get anywhere and started to head down, tomorrow we have the CPI coming out. And if you think the consumer price index is going to be better this month than it was last month, you better clean your glasses and get a new calculator because you're not looking at inflation. So, I mean, gas is up. Everything at the store is up. Milk, bread, you name it. It's more expensive than it was even a month ago. So I can't imagine consumer price index pushing the market higher. So the analysis is lower. The Omni comes up lower. The CPI will likely push us lower. What's there to do? We're going to sell it tomorrow. But now, let's go look at these charts about the dandruff and the head and shoulders. Let me show you what they're developing into now. And I guess we'll discuss it when we get back. All right, traders, let's go to the charts. Okay, traders, the first chart you are looking at here is the S&P September daily bar chart. We have rolled from June, the letter M, to September, the letter U. Don't trade SPM8 or ESM8 tomorrow. Make sure you trade the ESU8 tomorrow. Okay, we're looking at the September daily bar. A couple of days ago, I did a video and I pointed out this head and shoulders to you, and I pointed out the fact that we went below the Omni's proprietary moving average. And I said that to me looks like a death knell and we're going to start to head down, especially if you can find head and shoulders in more than one indice. Well, here's the shoulder, here's the head, here's the shoulder, here's that average, and look at what we've done. Down, down, down. It's starting to happen just like we said it would, just like the analysis pointed towards. Very interesting in my opinion. We're below the 200. We were never able to get above that. We're below another one of our proprietary moving averages. We're now below the 49 bar moving average. We're coming down out of a head and shoulders. We're below the proprietary moving average that we rely upon, and we're all the way down here already. Wow. Talk about analysis working well, traders. We called this 2 days before the event, and we're day traders, don't forget. Now, of course, so what? It's happening in the S&P. Is that the only chart it's happening in? Well, let's go look at a few more charts and see what the end result is on the charts I just showed you 2 days ago. Okay, traders, the next chart you're looking at is the S&P cash market, and that one put in the head and shoulders as well, but a little bit higher and has broken down a little harder since coming out of the head and shoulders. And we are certainly below the Omni Academy's proprietary moving average. So, wow, head and shoulders formation drops below the average and then starts to break down exactly what should happen coming out of a head and shoulders. Let's go look at a few more charts here, traders, because I think that the motif, if you will, or the theme of dandruff or head and shoulders in the markets, it's all over the place. You can't deny it. And when you see it, you have to know how to act upon it. And that's exactly what we teach our traders how to do, is act upon these formations. So let's go look at a few more so we know you get this right. Okay, traders, the Dow Jones Transportation Average is up before you now. And that one is what we consider the leader. And why would the leader be putting in a head and shoulders formation at the top of a market? Scares me to think that the leader doesn't want to go up any further and then puts this broadening topping formation in and now gets below the 49 bar moving average, and on top of it puts in a little bit of a mirror image right here. I know there's a lot to talk about in that chart. If you're at my site tomorrow at the Emini Trading Academy, I can certainly show you that in more detail. But for now, head and shoulders does exist. A mirror image formation, which is bearish, does exist. And we've gotten below, as I said, the 49 bar moving average, came out of the head and shoulders with a big bar and then dropped again. So, wow, unbelievable. I have one more chart I want to show you just to drive this point home, because when you do find the formation, you got to look at a lot of charts and make sure that what you found is valid. So that's what we're going to do now. Let's look at another one. Okay, traders, the next chart you are looking at is the Dow Jones Industrial Average Daily Bar. The Dow Jones Daily Bar, and take a look at this. Failure at the 200 bar average, as we discussed. Failure at one of the Emini Trading Academy's proprietary moving averages. A massive head and shoulders in place. We are well below now the Emini Trading Academy's proprietary moving average. That's more counted on. And we are below the 49 bar moving average and just beginning to come out of the head and shoulders. Traders, I kid you not, this is very bearish. I don't know what it would take to make the markets get goosed on the upside from here, because the technicals always show the fundamentals first. And if technicals are showing this picture, I would imagine fundamentals coming out on Friday are not going to be very friendly towards the market. Do your own homework. Find the head and shoulders for yourselves, traders. Make sure you can spot them and make sure you know what to expect. And you've already seen by looking at those charts, that is likely what you want to expect here. So, you've seen the charts, traders. I kid you not about this dandruff. I mean, head and shoulders jumping out all over the place like that, and then seeing them work. That is technical analysis in its purest form, traders. You find the formation, you call a move based on that formation, and then it happens. Well, hey, you can't say anything more than technical analysis deserves a round of applause. Thank you so much for being there, because through technical analysis is how we figure out day by day where these markets are going. And if you've been following us, boy, oh boy, in that last video, we caught the exact high and the exact low of a $30 move in the S&P. The exact high and low. That's almost impossible. No crystal ball here, traders. It comes right from those charts I just shown you. And you can learn how to look at those charts and draw up those formations and figure out your projections right here at the Emini Trading Academy. So make sure you come on down to www.livewithoscar.com and let us show you how to do exactly what we do, because that's what we do here. We teach you how to get this right, at least how to get the charts right. If you don't trade the trade properly, well, hey, that's just you misinterpreting the analysis. But if you get the analysis right, which we can teach you, I assure you, you'll be able to get the trade right as well. All right, traders, so again, for Friday the 13th, June 13th, 2008, the Omni for S&P, September now. Remember, we rolled over. We are out of June, the letter M, and we are into September now, the letter U. So it's the ESU8 for the mini. Omni says to sell the mini S&P in the low to mid 1350s. We're trading now at 1344, 45 area. The low to mid 1350s, you're going to sell some out there. Put your buy stops in first, and always place your buy stops in an area that your account can live with. But again, traders, don't put the stop right near where you get in, because, you know, I've said this in many videos and to many of my students, and you know what? You cannot step up to home plate in Yankee Stadium and swing a wiffle ball bat at the pitch that comes at you. You have to use a wide stop. If you're going to step up to a game like the S&P, you better have a big bat in your hand. So make sure you place your stops first and place them sensibly. If you don't know how to place them, again, come to our site and we'll teach you about that. So for now, Omni says to sell it in the low to mid 1350s, and the Omni profit objective on this is the mid to low 1320s, traders. If in fact we do start to head down, we're going down for the 1320s. So let's see what happens. The analysis absolutely tells us that that is the case. So let's see if we get it. Now, the British pound, the BPU8, we're also looking to short that this evening. We have a trade on our site, a recommendation to tell you where to short the British pound. So take a look at that. Make sure you have a red Omni for tomorrow in your own homework. Don't ever take anybody's recommendation unless you've done your own homework, because basically, traders, doesn't matter where you get the idea from. If you pull the trigger, it is your fault, win or lose. So make sure you've done your homework so you can justify why you've had a winning or losing trade. All right, so tomorrow is Friday, and we are looking to, where are we going? We're going to go to the water park, right? Water park this weekend, baby. I can't wait for that. Should be fun. All right. Not a word said about my haircut, guys. You didn't even catch it. I walk in, 4 hours now. You haven't said a word. Yes, I got a little haircut. All right. In any event, if you'd like. Oh, thank you so much. I feel so much better now. You know, I was going to read a letter. I got such a killer letter today. Should I read that letter?
Yes. Yeah,
well, it's not in here. I got to go get it.
Uh-oh. Well, talk about some stuff.
All right. If you don't mind, it's on the table. All right. Traders. We have a lot of students at the Omni Trading Academy, and they're learning so much. You know, it really reaches me. It touches me to see that these traders are learning to be patient. They're learning to have poise. They're not chasing the market. They're viewing the market correctly, i.e., is it going to go up or down for the day? And even if they have a losing trade, they're no longer panicking, and they've learned so much about the technical analysis. I am just blown away at the crowd of Omniacs, the way they react to these markets, and I got to give each and every one of you Omniacs a round of applause. Thank you so much for working so hard at being good students and studying, doing your homework, because let me tell you something, charts like this, I make that look easy, traders. It's not easy. I know it's not easy. I've been doing it almost 26 straight years, day after day after day, nights on my birthday, during holidays, in the snowstorm. I look at charts every single day of my life, and I have since I'm a teenager. And I know for me, I have a clarity that it will take you some time to get to. But I will say this. If you come down to the Omni Trading Academy and you stay with us in those chat rooms and you come to our classes, I assure you, you will be writing letters like this as well. Let me read this letter. I got this letter from an Omniac. I won't mention his last name. His name is Sydney. Sydney, what a great letter. So I have to read this. Thank you for writing it. Sydney says, Oscar, I want to start out by saying I'm a New Yorker, born and raised, and still live in the city. We are very skeptical, non-trusting by nature. Well, you don't have to tell me about that. I am a born and raised New Yorker myself. I don't even trust me, forget about other people. All right, so, very skeptical, very non-trusting by nature, and I totally understand that. And especially with all the snake oil salesmen out there, even doubly worse for you commodity traders. However, let's continue the letter. When I first found Oscar's YouTube videos and website, I watched for a while and listened to what he was teaching. I had a very little trading experience and none in Emini, so leery is an understatement. I can imagine. I took the free charting software. It was a free trial and followed along with the trade recommendations. I looked all around online to find other sites and, in quotes, teachers of the trade, but they all wanted some ridiculous amount of money to be part of their site, making big promises of how much money I could make once I paid them. Snake oil salesman, right? It'll never end, guys. Be careful out there. I don't know if they were true or not, but I do know that what I was shown. Only Oscar puts his money where his mouth is and publicly putting his trade recommendations out there with entry and exit points for the world to see without having to be a member of the site. He offers a free membership to his site for guidance. He has daily and nightly live video audio feeds to help people navigate through these markets, along with free video webinars on YouTube and on his website. There's a guy taking advantage of what we're doing. It's great. In the 4 months I've been paper trading Oscar's trade recommendations, the only market has gone the opposite way one time. One trade has gone wrong that he's been following since he started following our site. Well, that is just fantastic. I am a person that likes and looks for consistency, and even his staff and tech support make you feel right at home. Most of all, they make you feel like you matter. Not like somebody that just paid to deal with you or is trying to get your money. Well, for my tech support right off the bat, guys, wow. We're getting compliments about you. That's just fantastic. And we really do try to help out their traders in every way. Okay, so he goes on to say, they actually care if you make money or not. I have seen him working, going over analysis way into the night through the 24-hour open webcam feed in order to give accurate trade recommendations the next morning. Well, you know I work my butt off for this traders. I work 20-hour days easily, and I'm always here to help you and to help this academy. So, wow, he's really taking advantage of this schooling. That's just fantastic. He is not a software or a computer. He is a man that is willing to teach all that will listen how to make consistent profits in these markets. His attention to detail and willingness to genuinely want to help people is so rare and so needed. I not only joined the site, I decided to make Oscar my broker. Well, Sydney, thank you so much. Wow, this is just a fantastic letter. Okay, so with no pressure ever to even make one trade, I felt confident enough in myself of what Oscar has taught me to make my first live trade today. 4 months ago, I knew little or nothing about this market, but with Oscar's guidance and teaching me, I made $300 in 10 minutes. There you go, Sydney. Hey, we are not snake oil salesmen here. You go, Sydney. I know $300 is not a whole lot of money, but it represents what he has been able to teach someone that had no clue how to maneuver in these markets. Oscar, I am eternally grateful for the time and dedication you put into the Omniacs and your willingness to help others like myself. The skills you have taught me and still teaching me today will be invaluable to me and my family for the rest of my life. Thank you so much, and God bless you. Wow. What do you think about that, traders? What do you think about that? You know, I get lots and lots of letters. But sometimes one like that, I mean, it just touches me in a way. I have to read it to you Omniacs who follow me on YouTube. So, Sydney, thank you so much for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am so glad you are taking advantage of everything we have here at the Academy. And with that in mind, when I say don't trade alone, it's because you can end up like Sydney here, and you can end up learning how to get this right, whether you knew about commodities or not, as long as you're willing to pay attention and do your homework and come to the Academy every day. So, make sure you don't trade alone. Make sure you give us a call if you need us anytime, day or night, 702-629-4755. Of course, keep those emails coming, and I'll be honest, I didn't get to all of them tonight. I got to half of them. There's half of them I didn't get to, but I'll try before the night's over. Shoot out the emails to Oscar at futuresanalysts.com. Okay, I think I'm done. Am I done? Are we finished here?
Sounds like you're done.
All right. We're done for now. We're going right back into the chat rooms. We're going right into the markets and see where they are, and I'll be there to help you, so make sure you come on down. All right, traders, one of the last things I can do to help you tonight is to say this to yourselves every morning, every afternoon, every evening, because it will help you with your mentality of keeping your emotions out of trading. And you know what that is. Stops are in. Emotions are out.
Futures trading is risky and can cause substantial financial loss. We do not claim or guarantee that you will profit from the information provided. That being said, I am a 24-year seasoned trader on and off the floors. This is how I've made my living for many, many years. Good luck trading.